this tutorial, we'll show you how to create a ghost effect. Let's look at a few examples. In this first video, we first see the subject lying down. And then his ghost wakes up and walks away, leaving the body behind. Here's another example. While in the first example the ghost was leaving the body, in this example the ghost unites with the body. And in this third example, the Sith Lord gradually appears in Arizona and then gradually disappears. So to create our ghost effect, we'll be using various combinations of transparency and chroma keying, so let's get started. Let's drag this video clip of our subject lying down to the timeline. We created this clip by shooting our subject first lying down on a table. And after a few seconds, our subject then gets up and walks away. Notice that we shot a lot of video of the subject lying down, almost 20 seconds worth. This is really important, as we'll see later on. Now let's cue to the point where the subject starts to get up. Cut the video clip at this point. Now drag the right hand side clip to overlay track 1. And then position it so that it starts at around 2 seconds. Right-click the preview window and select Original Size. So now we have two video clips, one on top of each other. In the entire duration of the top clip, the subject is lying down. And the footage in the bottom clip is of the subject sitting up and walking away. Now we'll trim the top clip to make it the same length as the second clip. Now all we have to do is apply a transparency on the bottom clip. The transparency will make the subject opaque and therefore look more like a ghost. Select the video clip on the overlay track. Click Mask and Chroma Key and then set the transparency to 50. That's it, we're done. Let's preview our work. So as you can see, our ghost is now waking up. And now he slowly walks away. So the main trick here is to apply a transparency on the bottom clip. And the second thing to remember is shoot a lot of video of the subject lying down. There should be enough video of the subject lying down which covers the duration of the subject walking away. So that's the effect, very similar to what you see in the movie Ghost. Just a few things to keep in mind when you're creating this technique. First, use a tripod to shoot your video. Second, make sure there is no other background movement in your video except the subject. And third, shoot lots of initial video of your subject lying down. Okay, let's move on to the second technique by clearing the timeline. This time we'll create a video where the Sith Lord gradually appears and then gradually disappears in Arizona. This technique is similar to the one used in the Star Trek series where the actors appear and disappear at various locations. First, we'll drag this Arizona clip to the video track. This will be our background clip. Next, we'll use this Sith Lord clip. This is a simple toy figure of the Sith Lord moving against a green background. Let's drag the Sith Lord clip to overlay track 1. Right-click and select Fit to Screen. Now click Mask and Chroma Key and then check Apply Overlay Options. As you can see here, VideoStudio automatically keys out or removes the green background and the Sith Lord shows through over here. Now to make him appear as a ghost, we'll apply a transparency to the Sith Lord so that he appears partially opaque. And we also want him to gradually appear and then disappear. So we'll do this by using the video pan and zoom filter, which is a very versatile filter. So let's go to the video filter library. And we'll drag the video pan and zoom filter to the Sith Lord clip. Click Customize. We don't want any panning, so check the No Panning option. Click the eyedropper and then click anywhere in the original window to select the green color. So notice that the green color got selected over here. And so the transparency will be applied to everything except this green color. Now select the first keyframe. We don't want any zoom, so set the zoom ratio to 100%. But we do want the Sith Lord to be initially invisible, so set the transparency to 100%. Now add a second keyframe a quarter way down the timeline. Set the zoom ratio to 100% and the transparency to 30%. This will make the Sith Lord gradually appear, but because we set a 30% transparency, the Sith Lord will appear opaque. Now to make the Sith Lord disappear, we'll create a third keyframe around the 3/4 mark. Again, we'll keep the zoom ratio at 100 and the transparency at 30%. This will keep the transparency constant between the second and this third keyframe. And finally, on the last keyframe, we'll once again keep the zoom ratio at 100 and increase the transparency back to 100 to make him disappear again. Click OK. So that's it, we're done. Let's see our final effect. So the Sith Lord gradually appears in the clouds and then he disappears. And that was really simple to do. So all we did in this tutorial was to play around with VideoStudio's transparency options to create our ghost effect. So try out this effect in your home videos and good luck!